Long before time had a name, Ninjago was created by the first Spinjitzu master by using the four weapons of Spinjitzu: the Scythe of Quakes, the Nunchucks of Lightning, the Shurikens of Ice, and the Sword of Fire. Hello, I'm the Dark Master, and thanks for joining me on our first voyage into the lore of Ninjago. And what's more fitting than the man who started it all? Credits for all the images shall be in the description below, so please check them out for their amazing artists. Now that we've got that out of the way, let us start this video. Long before time had a name, the first Spinjitzu master was born in the realm of Oni and dragons. Being a mixture of both races, he eventually bonded with the mother of all dragons, Firstborn, and together they created the dragon armor and sought to unite the two races and end the war. Eventually, however, the first Spinjitzu master realized that even he could not end the conflict and left the realm to create Ninjago. He created many artifacts at this time, such as the Realm Crystal that allows users to traverse the 16 realms. Also, he created his own staff, which importance I'll discuss later. But most importantly, he created the island of Ninjago with the help of the 4 golden weapons, which were forged using gold from the golden peaks. He created all in harmony, even the serpentine down below. However, this peace was not to last. Eventually, darkness did rise, manifesting as the evil being called the Overlord, who challenged the first Spinjitzu master for the fate of the world. The two fought for a long time, neither gaining the upper hand. Eventually, however, the Overlord, desperate, created an indestructible stone army to aid him and nearly overpower the first Spinjitzu master. To save the world from the darkness, he used his powers to split Ninjago in two. With that act, the first Spinjitzu master not only destroyed the Overlord's physical form, but banished the spirit to the other landmass, later called the Dark Island, alongside most of his army. The remaining stone warriors, now inert with their master sealed away, were put inside an impenetrable tomb, not to be awoken for some time, ensuring balance and preventing the Overlord from returning. At some point, the first Spinjitzu master returned to the Island of Darkness to hide his golden mech in the Golden Temple. After doing this, the master empowered humans with elemental powers to serve him and Ninjago as guardians, ensuring that their elemental powers would be passed to their descendants. Throughout the course of time, the first Spinjitzu master started to feel old, and knowing his death was approaching, married a woman without a name and fathered 2 sons who would have powers over the 4 elements of creation. The older, to be known as Garmadon, was given power over destruction, and the youngest, known as Wu, with powers over creation. During his son's childhood, the first Spinjitzu master was a good father, going on fishing trips with them, trying to teach them skills like patience. Unfortunately, this childhood was not all shine, for one day Garmadon, who went beyond the wall to retrieve his katana, got bit by a strange viper. When he fell ill and did not return, his father, the first Spinjitzu master, grew concerned and went out to find him, eventually finding Garmadon wounded and passed out in a bush. The first Spinjitzu master attempted to heal his son's wounds, but was yelled at, for Garmadon screamed at his father and Wu, blaming Wu and revealing his hatred for his father. Unknown to everyone, this viper was the Great Devourer, and his venom would corrupt Garmadon into a ruthless, power-hungry villain. that would eventually try to remake the world in his image. It is also believed at this time, or a little before then, the timeline is a little uncertain, the first Spinjitzu master visited the Never realm, which he described as the most distant and coldest of all the realms. He warned his son, Wu, to never set foot in it, warning that no method from Ninjago that could allow for transportation between realms works there. And even he, which I remind you is pretty much a god, barely escaped. Another event of note was his creation of the 2 scrolls of forbidden Spinjitzu, which he likely created himself. Deeming the scrolls too dangerous, he told off his 2 sons when they asked to read them, and became furious with his sons when they disobeyed him and decided to hide them away for their safety. Feeling his death nearing, the first Spinjitzu master constructed a tomb underneath the endless sea to serve as his grave, and a sanctuary to hide the realm crystal from evil hands. To ensure only a true master would be able to locate it, the tomb was guarded by 3 deadly traps, which required the Sword of Sanctuary from Cloud Kingdom. Before he departed, the first Spinjitzu master promised to leave a clue leading to his tomb to his sons, and he did, by inscribing 3 clues onto his staff. The final fate of this great hero occurred when Wu and Garmadon were young men. At that time, he charged his sons with a duty to guard the 4 golden weapons from those who would misuse them. He then sealed himself in his tomb and died peacefully next to a waterfall, with the realm crystal safely in his hands. Despite his death, the first Spinjitzu master's influence lasted for a long time. Whether it be the possession arc, where the realm crystal was sought out by both good and ill hands, Wu's remembrance tea in his honor during the Day of the Departed, even inspiring a resurrected Garmadon to attempt to conquer Ninjago to save it from the Oni, though that last one is arguably a negative influence, and was probably against the first Spinjitzu master's wishes. In total, the first Spinjitzu master teaches us that we should be benevolent and balanced in our treatment for others, whether it be loving his sons equally and choosing neither side in an unending war between the Oni and dragons for fear of a genocide of either species. Perhaps we, people, should act more like this hero, the Iluvatar of Ninjago. That's about it. Remember to check me out for more videos like this. Have a good day.